Well, before I start this video, I want to give a little introduction to it. This place is called the Florida Flywheelers Association down in near Frostproof, Florida. And I think this is my third year of going there. And this time we spent actually like 5 days. It's a 4-day event. We arrived early and just had a blast. It's my kind of place. All kinds of old engines and Poppin' Johns and tractor pulls and swap meets. All kinds of cool stuff you won't see anywhere else. Right there's the website, floridaflywheelers.org. So you can go there and check it out. Give you a little bit of idea. Let's go here at my Google Maps. So you can see the size of it here. Like all this area here is rows and rows of vendors. People having swap meets, selling engines and pieces, parts, and all kinds of stuff. And all this area up here is dry camping. In fact, they were so busy this year, it filled up and had to send campers over into the next field for dry camping. Now there's also a campground. They have a smaller campground that it kind of probably fills up pretty quick, but I enjoyed the boondocking. And it's got a huge public parking area. And I'll zoom back here to give an idea where it's located out here in Florida, kind of in the middle. There it is. There you go. Give you an idea where it's located. So if you want to, if you're a snowbird, you find yourself down in Florida in the wintertime, this show is usually around in February sometime. They have several shows throughout the year. So check out their website and they'll have the event schedule and tell you what time they're having things going on. So I guess that's all there is. Oh, I know what else I wanted to point out. I reached out to them because I was wondering after we left the attendance numbers, and they sent me an email back. There's about 18,000 people attended this 4-day event. So I thought that was pretty awesome. And it's just to show you how popular it is. So I think it might be something you enjoy. So I got you some footage here from the 5-day event. I did a little video each day of all the different kind of stuff we saw. So sit back and relax and enjoy. Thanks for watching.
Look at all that.
Oh yeah, there's the parade. The sound of music. Watch how long it takes to freewheel. I don't know, it's 20 seconds or so. It fires like once every 20 seconds maybe. I haven't timed it. You hear it in just a second. You hear a swoosh. Wait for it. There she goes. That is so cool. Music to my ears. And that's something different. I've never seen a vertical hit and miss before. But that's rare.
I did. We're out of Idaho. Oh, here's another problem. Remember I was telling you about that power supply?
Yeah.
You have to hook it up.
Oh, is that what? It needs power. All right, we need some spark. Now we'll try it. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. An Atkinson socket. Magic, it's magic. Wow. Gosh, it's amazing how slow it can go. Yeah. Have you counted the RPMs on it? Pretty slow. I was just curious. So how many parts? So we got a part combination. Okay, we got the Volkswagen cylinder head. I see that.
Volkswagen from here to here.
Okay.
And then this Briggs and Stratton from here to here.
I
this
see.
Is a vertical shaft lawnmower engine. I didn't want. I was so unsure of my design. I didn't want to waste one of my horizontal shaft Volkswagen engines. I just used whatever I could find.
Right.
But it has already the keyway cut for the self-propelled.
I see.
And I'm using that keyway to drive the overhead cam.
To drive, okay, so that keyway drives the overhead cam. That's good stuff. Yeah, that's I can see now because that's the oil pan for on the you normally find on your push mower.
Yeah. And this is where the cylinder, I cut that off.
You chop the cylinder off.
Yeah.
You didn't need that.
And I'm using that primarily for bearings.
Right, for your mass.
Yeah.
And you got to. I see the Briggs flywheel still in there, and your brake hub.
Well, yeah, the brake drum is off of back to Volkswagen parts again. This is off of Volkswagen bus. It's already been turned to the max, so it's no longer usable for.
Yeah, all from scrap. We got a running engine. Nothing but magic. Nothing but magic.
About this, my fuel line. So I wasn't out at it. I was
This is a 10-cycle engine.
Okay.
This man built, hand built, 10-cycle.
Oh, water, yeah, I see. Okay. That's your enrichener, huh? Or mixing jet.
Yes. I have a homemade jet, fixed jet in there. And I only have 2.7 to 1 compression ratio on this. So with low compression, you also have low vacuum on it. So I'm running quite a bit of turbine.
Okay.
Mechanical masterpiece. Awesome. Yeah. Tractors, tractors, tractors. I don't know if you can see it, but it's puffing smoke rings. Don't know if the camera's picking up or not, but it's shooting out smoke rings. That's pretty cool. Don't see that too often. Good stuff, good stuff. There's something you don't see every day, a 12-foot diameter flywheel. And I believe the pistons are 20 inches across, 20-inch bore. There's 2 pistons. That is a whole lot of engine. Built back in 1914. Come see it at the Florida Flywheeler show. There you go. Just a little busy, just a little busy. Parts everywhere, people everywhere. And this is on Thursday. Imagine what's going to be Friday and Saturday. Got tractor pulls coming. Good stuff, good stuff. Some more of what you see, a little of everything, just a little of everything. So you see this massive steam engine. I'm telling how much it weighs, but it's a grand total of 16 horsepower. Isn't that something? Something you don't see every day.
I almost want to take a slow-mo video of it and watch it.
This particular engine device rotated over by hand for the car.
Yeah, no.
I try to run it slow enough to get an idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
Alright, let's sort some apples, like the old days. Pedal, pedal, pedal.
The bigger they are, the longer run.
Try it again.
He couldn't decide which one.
Yeah. Oh, ain't that cool? Simple, but it works. Have you ever heard the term balls out? That's where the term comes from. That little governor. Balls out, wide open. So we got two tractors in one here. Two engines coupled together with a great big cylinder here. Show you the other side. Here's the other side. How it steers it. Now that's something you don't see every day. We got steam.
What's the story at the top there?
So we go. Well, it really huffs and puffs when it gets under a load. Keep in mind that's only 16 horsepower. That's what I was told. Hard to believe. Anything that big only has 16 horsepower. Lawnmower's got more power. Huh. I got some clarification. It is 16 horsepower to the wheels, but it's 50 horsepower on the belt, on the PTO. So that makes more sense. That's the only way you can pull that big blade. So, but the blade was a little bit out of alignment, pulling it down really hard, so they're realigning the blade. So we're gonna go watch some tractor pulls. Okay, if you can hear me, that's a 2-cylinder engine. It's a 14-inch stroke, 17-inch diameter piston. May have it reversed. That's 14 by 17. Those two big pistons in there. I'll have to calculate how many cubic inches that is. That's a whole lot of engine, but it only develops 150 horsepower. Massive. As you see, there are all kinds of great old engines in here. The exhausts are tied up to that main pipe, and they start them up throughout the day. Now you're stepping back in time. Wow, look at some of these things. Old Cushmans. Gloucester. Oh, look at those up there. Check it out, all cable. Still operates. I like it. Still works after all these years. It is built in 1954. Ain't that something? Wow. Drag bucket. Man, that thing old. 1928. big one's up now. Coming pretty good. Tractor after tractor, here comes the tractor parade. Horsepower, 120 RPM. That's a whole lot of engine. 1910 lathe, and it still works. All kinds of old machining and equipment. This is a bit modern here. What a drill press. Cincinnati. $19.10. Oh wow, look at this thing. 1924 drill press. Goodness gracious. Toledo, Ohio. $1926 lathe. Something else a little on the unique side. Little ingenuity and little time, you can make you about anything. This gentleman passed away back in 2004, but he donated, I guess, all of his collectibles here to the Florida Flywheelers Association to remain on display. He had a heck of a collection for sure. A lot of Maytags, a lot of old tools. Keeping history alive. Good stuff, good stuff. Beautiful. Hydrostatic.
Yep.
This was made back around the 1800s. That's how old this is. I think it's fixing to make some for us. There we go. Got the blade turning. Going to make some cedar shingles. If you notice, that mechanism shifts back and forth to create the wedge to make your shingle. Really neat technology for 1800s. Here's a miniaturized version. Look how small it is. Someone made this.
It's got to go somewhere.
Little bitty dude.
Oh, wait a minute, I see what happens. So when piston goes down, the water goes back up in the tube. Doesn't necessarily push it that much out until it starts back up. Then okay, I got it.
This one's pretty rare, being a vertical design. The piston runs straight up and down. Most of them are horizontal in design. Handmade work of art. You start out with a raw casting, machined it out himself, and finished it up. Beautiful, beautiful. He was coming straight for me. I was getting ready to run. this is something you don't see every day. Is a twin engine wheel horse. Custom made. 2 big pulleys.
You have a shot?
Okay, just a little idea of row after row of RVs. This is the dry camping area. And it was about packed full. Lots and lots of RVs. Some are heading out tonight. But I don't know how many this place holds. But it holds a bunch. And you can see there's a lot of people comes here to check this place out. There's a lot to see and do. Of course, you can run your generator all night if you want to. But yeah, they about filled it up this year. Like I said, this is the best turnout they've had. Of course, they didn't have the show last year, so I'm sure a lot of people were itching to get back. It's a nighttime parade. People's coming through. Parade at night, parade at night. What was that? A parade at night. Lined up. They're everywhere, they're everywhere. It's time to get started. Let the parade begin. And they just keep a coming, they just keep a coming. Isn't that something? I think there's about over 500 golf carts at this event. As you can see, a few of them, of course, tractors and contraptions and lawnmowers and ATVs. You name it, it is here. I need to find out how many people showed up to this. There's a lot. So that is different. For sure. Tractor after tractor. Got some good looking lights. You even got live music every night.
Something in your eyes just told me myself time is not.
Just pull up in your golf cart and listen to the entertainment.
There's no telling where love may be. And something in your kiss just told me.
Last day of the show, we got another tractor parade. I guess it's the last tractor parade for the show. One strange beast right there. A lot of grain, a lot of grain. Okay, for you gearheads, this is a 10 cycle engine. Sort of 2 cycle, 4 cycle, this is 10 cycle. Pretty ingenious how this fella created this thing. He worked on it for 3 months, off and on. And it's a combination of Briggs & Stratton parts, air compressor parts. This is a head off a Volkswagen, I believe. So it's got a hodgepodge of pieces parts to create this monstrosity, but it runs. First, I'm fixing to show you the video, but first I want to try to show you a little bit of how it operates. you imagine this is top dead center. As you come around, you see right here. Now this is the intake valve here. I'm trying to get in the camera shot. So that's the intake. We suck in the fuel air mixture, come up on compression, then we fire, then we go to exhaust stroke. And these are roller skate wheels. So and the cam, this is the cam here. So you see it comes up. This trips the exhaust valve. But what's unique about this, you'll notice, is this long duration and the size of the sprocket on the camshaft. The camshaft is running a 5-to-1 ratio to the crankshaft, unlike conventional engines that are always 2-to-1. That's how we get the additional strokes. So once it fires, it'll make these additional revolutions freewheeling, because the exhaust valve, you can see, is held open by this long duration to the camshaft. And you'll hear it kind of sounds unique when it runs. But it's pretty fascinating how he put this together and how he got it to work. Just I enjoyed it. I've seen this the last 2 years and I come to this show. It's one of my best things I like to listen to and enjoy. The ignition comes from an old buzz box off a T-model Ford, and the points, because you got a little battery here, and the points are right here. As the camshaft comes around, this little piece here trips it. Trying to make sure I'm in the camera shot. I'm trying to show you here. As it comes around, when that touches, right there it is, I believe. Boom. You hear the buzz box. I can hear it buzzing here. And that creates a spark. And the carburetor is from just a water spigot valve. He adjusts this mixture with a knob here, and the reduction here creates the choke, and he runs it on Coleman fuel. And the ratio, I think, is 2.7 to 1, very low ratio. One reason why it will operate and actually run is because of mass. We've got this big heavy flywheel here off of a air compressor. Then plus we also have the cast iron flywheel off the Briggs engine itself, and an additional flywheel. So with all that mass, it fires one time, and it can sit and freewheel until it fires again. So pretty unique creation. So I'll fire it up here, or let him fire it up, and show you what it does.
2, 1, go! So starting my timer, gonna start by putting the wheels on the front end. Meanwhile, Randy's and Dave are propping up the frame. And they're using them speed wrenches to put the lug nuts in so the wheels don't fall off. And we need 4 guys to lift the engine. Here we go. And when to hold the crank, get it in the notch
So this is one of the rarest engines that you show. Now, what? Just tell me about it again. What kind of horsepower is it developed? Well, it's 3 horse, and it was built in 1901. And
I can tell you this much time. People that know engines realize that this engine has already been in 3 served on the cover of 3 publications. One of them did an 8-page story. I just left to show that it was feature engine, and it's going to be feature engine in early March at another show.
And this is the last one in existence that you know
of. The 3 horse.
Of the 3 horsepower.
There's some marine. See, this company, 90% of what they made were marine engines. 5% were stationary. 5% were winch. So it's in that 5% category because it's stationary.
Oh, okay. That is beautiful. Yeah, and what's the total weight of this machine?
About 900.
900 pounds for 3 horsepower.
It's way ahead of its time. Most of your old engines, if they have a compression release, all it is a valve on the side of the cylinder.
Yep.
This one is here. It changes the arrangement of how the valves open.
Wow.
This one has timing right in front of you, so it's easy to time it.
Well, like a T model. Yeah.
This valve here, in cold weather, you're supposed to point it over here, pick up warm air off the bottom of the cylinder. On hot air, you're supposed to turn it down here, pick up cold air. I find it seems to prefer running half and half. But that might be because it's never earning a living around me.
You're right. And what kind of fuel, what do you run it on? Just
gas.
Just plain old gas. Well, that's a work of art for sure.
It's what they call a side shaft engine. Most engines have a push rod.
Right.
This one here has a side shaft, so this thing turns. See here?
Oh, that is...
When it's running.
That is amazing. Okay, yep. Wow. That is so unique. And even the larger models have the same design?
More or less.
Oh, that is incredible.
Some of the big ones got more cylinders. This is the second to smallest thing this company made, and it's the smallest thing they made that looks like this. There are bigger stuff, multi-cylinders and everything.
You had offers to people wanting to buy this engine. What would be the worth of an engine like this?
Well, I don't feel it's worth what it was offered, but the guy, I'll put it this way, the guy came up to me, I want that in my collection. I said, I don't want to sell it.
So he offered $15,000.
Well, it kept going up. His top offer was $50,000.
$50,000 for this engine.
Yeah.
Wow.
I said, it's not for sale. And finally, I told him, I said, here's the best I can do for you. Just give me a name and a phone number. When I'm ready to sell it, I'll call you.
Wow.
I said, if and when.
If and when.
And he says to me, you're going to figure it out sooner or later what that engine is worth. My offer would probably be considered low.
Wow.
I don't know what it's worth.
That is
beautiful.
Yeah, when you got
I'll tell you what though, his clothes look like everything was tailor-made.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way, me, you, and this guy back here, we're wearing a bunch of rags. The dog's doing a little better though.
Fire it up. So that's the cooling effect of the water, I get.
Yeah, this is a primitive system of a radiator. They're very efficient, but they waste a lot of water because evaporation.
Evaporation, I was going to say.
Water splatter. Well, yeah, mine must have had a pretty...
There you go.
Yeah.
priming it with fuel right there.
Yeah, you don't want to start unless you prime it.
A little go-go juice. All right, and the ignition is magneto or like a buzz coil?
A low tension coil.
A low tension coil. Oh. All right. Is that it? Wow. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful sound. Wow.
It will in a second. It's turning good. Come on, take it up.
You know the Bourne stroke? Oh, that's fine.
There we go. It's the water.
Alright, so that's our radiator. Pumps water, and as it evaporates, cools the water off, pumps it back around.
I have a 2-horse at home too.
Oh, okay.
The 2-horse, there's 5 known to exist.
Wow.
But this is the 3.
Oh, and what was the weight of the flywheel?
400 pounds.
400
This is my 2-horse if you want that.
Oh, okay.
You want to fix those 2?
2 horse.
The 2s were made for the farmers.
That's what he's looking
Okay. Okay, we got just one valve.
No, there's 2 in there. There's one you can get back over here.
Oh,
The
okay.
intake is, and most of these old engines, the intake is what they call atmospheric.
It just kind of floats.
Well, when the piston goes down, it pulls it. This one, they both work off of
The cam. Oh, no. Now, how much RPM does it vary? I mean, just
Well, because it's a throttle, it varies very little.
very little.
I mean, this has got a throttle on it, so I can speed it up. Right now, it's running at about 180. It's meant to run up to 400.
Oh, up to 400. Well, that's a lot for a big piston like that. Gosh.
They're an unbalanced engine, too. They shake like hell if you increase the RPM.
And what did you say this would operate? You said this is marine based?
No, this is not a marine.
Okay.
This engine would have operated this is a small industrial engine for its day. And they would have put a belt onto this up to a line shaft, and then they would have came off that line shaft.
Okay.
Power whatever
It could power machine shop, lathes, or anything.
Yeah.
And what did it sell for, do you know, back in the day?
Yeah, all I've heard is standards were always expensive.
Oh, okay.
They were like buying the catalyst.
Well, that is...
Way ahead of their time. The guy who invented this engine, have you ever heard of Dr. Otto?
Oh, I know the auto cycle.
Huh?
I've heard of the auto cycle before.
No, it's a whole different
auto?
Dr. Otto is the guy who is credited with inventing the 4-stroke engine. The guy who invented this was his apprentice.
Oh, okay.
So he was taught by the best.
Yes. Auto. Well, that is something else. And what weight oil do you use for lubrication?
Straight 30 weight. You want to use the closest thing to what they had back in those days. And
a mono grade.
that's as good as you can do.
Yeah.
At one time when I was quite a bit younger, I ran a 1030 or a 1040 Dello 400. Are you familiar with what that is?
No.
That's a diesel oil.
Oh, a diesel.
Well, I run diesel, and I've been running diesel for years. Well, diesel oil is a higher quality oil than gasoline oil.
Yeah.
You know, they take this. And I was having problems, not this engine here, but another engine.
Oh, now what is this shaft turning? What's it? Is that the governor?
That's the governor.
Okay, now what's going on over here? These two pieces.
Well, coming over to here, your throttles have a butterfly in there to activate the fuel. So more of this opens up, it closes the governor. Closes the butterfly.
Okay. And
it's a complicated engine.
And is the ignition timed? It sparks just on top dead center, or does it just buzz like a buzz box?
It's timed to fire when I want it to. I mean, if you put it over here, it's firing after top dead center, makes it easy to start. And the further you go this way, come on now, catch on.
There she goes.
Then it's firing before top dead center, so it gives it power.
Oh, okay.
The coil and battery are here.
Oh, I see. Okay. Wow. Now, I'm trying to find the spark plug. It's not got a conventional spark plug, does it?
No.
Just like an electrode sticking down in there?
This has got what's called an igniter.
An igniter.
Igniters are only good up to about 800 RPM.
Okay.
Past 800 RPMs is where basically it's spark plug area. That's how come they went to spark plug through the years, because engines run faster and faster all the time.
Wow.
Now, what is under here, that's what's clicking right now, this is my igniter. There is a set of points. Every time this thing comes over, you see how you can hear it firing when this.
Right.
With a low tension coil, you can't jump a spark across. They have electricity going through, and when they open for just a moment, there's a spark there, and then the spark goes out because it's a real low spark on a low tension.
Right.
So the spark jumps across. But if you go too fast, the igniter can't keep up with the spark like a spark plug.
Well, that is a work of art for sure. I just love this kind of stuff. Now, where's home for you? California, and you're in Florida.
Yep.
Wow.
This shows here. This will be the longest trip I probably will ever take.
Wow.
This show here due to the dirt. It's got to be the dirt. I'm wore out.
Yeah, well, it's dusty for sure.
Yeah.
Trying to give you an idea how big this place is. Yep, up here, this is where I'm at right now, which everything up above what's not in the picture is back here where the campgrounds are for the dry camping. And you know, you got all kinds of different buildings over here, different engines and stuff, tractors on display in those buildings. Just so much to see here. That's why it takes 4 or 5 days to see it all. And, hang on, got a big loud tractor coming by. All kinds of cool stuff to see here. But during the show, all these rows are filled up with vendors. People got stuff for sale, engines for sale, lawnmowers and tractors and farm tractors. And people have quilts and belts and leather wallets. It's just, it goes on and on and on. So it takes quite a bit to take all this in. And there's huge public parking area. Anyway, maybe they give you an idea of what you can expect when you come here and have a great time. Well, this is now Sunday morning, and we've been here since Tuesday evening, and you can see people are loading up the RVs, the campgrounds. Well, this is not really a campground, this is a dry camping area. You see it's starting to clear out. Everybody's getting loaded up and going. It's about 9:30 in the morning. But we had a good old time here. If you ever get the chance, come down here and check this place out. A lot to see and do. So I guess that'll conclude it for the 2022 Florida Flywheeler Show. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye. And have a blessed day.